Hi, friends. I'm going to tell you a couple of stories. They're very funny. They both happened while we worked at Nataraja Restaurant. That was an Indian restaurant in Palo Alto, California. Very popular place. Not a very great looking place, but the food was good. And we had a very, how would you say, a loyal clientele. Okay, couple of things. My co-worker was Prabhakar Samant, and he had recently come from India. So he was kind of new at the American ways of life. But he was a very good restaurant person. He used to take care of the entire restaurant by himself. He managed everything. He was the manager. I used to work under him, actually. One day, we were very busy. It was a Friday night, I think, and we had packed. We were packed. I mean, everything was full. And we were working hard, running around, taking care of customers. Then this black gentleman walks in. He has no reservation. He just comes and I said, hello. I said, I'll be with you in a moment. He said, okay. So he stands there very quietly. And I get a minute and I go to him and I said, how can I help you? He said, what kind of food do you serve here? Oh, I said, we serve Indian food. You know, the food from India, not the American Indian. So he said, oh, okay. He said, but what kind is it? I mean, what do you get in there? I said, hold on, I was busy. So I said, let me give you the menu and you can kind of look at it and then we'll go from there. So I handed him a menu and went about my business. Samant, we used to call him Sam. Sam passed through that and he saw this man standing with a menu. And he knew I was taking care of him, so he wasn't going to bother. But he said, oh, hello, friend. So Sam reluctantly stopped. He was busy too. He said, yes. He said, I think I like your menu. It's got beef in it, got chicken in it, got lamb. What is lamb? Lamb, I said, he said, sheep meat. I said, yeah. And chicken shrimp, okay. Can I taste a little bit of something? Sam, who was extremely busy running around, he said, wait. He wasn't ready to explain things to him. Besides, he wasn't very good at English, to explain that you don't get to try this. It's you just get it. So I am in the kitchen getting the food out. And he comes there to pick up his order. He said, Jay, that guy, black guy, he wants to taste food. Now, we can't do that, right? I said, no. He said, get rid of him or give him a table. I said, we don't have a table. We'll have to wait for, I'll ask him to wait in the bar. So I took the order, my tray, and on my way to the customer's table, I stopped and I said, yes, I'll be with you in a moment. He said, okay. He was a patient man. So I put the food down, and kind of give the customers, the know-how that this is this, this is this, this is that. And I come back. This man is patiently waiting. I said, how can I help you now? Are you ready to eat? He said, no, but before that, I want to try some of your food, That way, I can know what I want. I said, sir, you can't do that, we don't encourage that. That's a no-no. He said, why not? Unless I try it, how would I know whether I like it or not? I mean, he's right in a way. When you are going to try an extremely unfamiliar cuisine, you get to know a little bit about it. But We didn't want to do that. Not that, no. So I just had a bright idea. I said, you go on a date, don't you? So he just looked at me and said, yeah, of course I do. I said, have you been on a blind date before? Especially when we were in high school or in the college. So he just smiled and said, yeah, I've been, we all have been, on a blind date one time or the other. I said, treat this as a blind date to the food. You don't know, you might get lucky. He just laughed. He said, man, I like it. I like the way you put it. I said, okay, you want to sit down and eat? He said, no, not today. I'll come some other time with my friend. I said, oh, sure, thanks. He gave back the menu to me and took off. So Sam saw, while running around, he saw me talking to this guy. And then I got busy and he got busy. And after about an hour and a half, 2 hours, when the rush was over, when everything was quiet, he asked me, hey, Jay, kya bola tum? What did you tell him? So I explained it to him. But to Sam, blind date didn't mean much. So he said, oh, good. Chala gaya na, wo gaya na? I said, yeah. I said, good. Baat khatam ho gaya. That's the end of it. Now, the second story I need to tell you is again from Nataraj. We used to have a very fine gentleman, a black gentleman, who used to come to our restaurant pretty regularly. He was an estate agent, real estate agent. Very nice, very sophisticated, and he had a white wife. And they both came and they preferred a certain table, and we tried to oblige them because they usually called and made reservations so we could keep that table for them. He would always see, enter, and if he saw Sam, he would say, hey, cuz, how are you? So Sam said, oh, okay. He didn't care much about anybody. He said, as long as they were good customers, they paid, they ate, gone. So, but he would, give them good service, of course. Okay, so he used to call him cuz. He didn't know what cuz was actually, but he didn't want to know. When I joined, and a little few weeks later, when this customer got to know me, he started calling me bro. He said, hey, bro, get me this. Hey, bro, this, bro, that. So I said, yeah, sure. That was fun. In those days, being called bro was good by a fellow guy. So then one evening after the couple had eaten and gone, they usually came on a quiet day. So we would have plenty of time to chat. I used to talk to him about real estate. Not that I knew anything about it, nor that I wanted to buy anything, but just as a customer. And he would talk back to me, and we had a good time. So after he was gone, Sam said, Jay, I wanted to ask you something for a long time. I said, yeah, what? He said, this gentleman who comes to our restaurant, the one who just left. I said, yeah, so-and-so. I think Johnson was his name. He said he used to call me, he still calls me cuz, and he calls you bro. What is it? Cuz, bro, ye kya hai? I said, oh, Sam, cuz means cousin. Saga bhai nahi, cuz, cousin. Well, bro means brother, saga bhai, apna bhai. He said, oh, so he calls you bro and he calls me cuz. So I felt that he is offended and he feels bad. Bas kya, like I've been here so long and he still calls me cuz while this new guy has just come on, started working here and he calls him bro. So I said, but Sam, aisa hai na? Arey, acha hai na, it's very good. I don't want to be his brother. You can be his brother. I don't even want to be his cousin. But if he calls me cousin, that's fine. But no bro. And he walked off. And I just cracked up. I said, it was so funny the way he said it. He was not interested in becoming his brother, the black guy's brother. But anyways, those two stories are my favorite stories from Nataraj. There are a few more, but these two are hilarious because every time I think of it, I remember Sam and I remember the guys, sitting on the table, the guy and his wife, very nice. He always wore a turtleneck and a little jacket on top. So, yeah, that was his. Well, his wife wore different things, but he usually liked to wear a turtleneck. Maybe he was cold, or maybe he had some injury, or I don't know what it was. But anyways, I think his name was Johnson. Yeah, Mr. Johnson, and his wife's name I forgot now. But anyway, so this is my two funny stories from Nataraj days. How did you like them? Cuz, bro, and a blind date. That was pretty smart. I was happy with myself that I came up with this. And he took it very well. He said, yeah, he said, I know what you mean, and took off. I don't think he ever came back, at least not while I was on duty. Anyways, take care, guys. Hope to see you soon.